Hello everyone, my name is R Gowrishankar, Assistant Professor of English, working at Dr.SNSRCAS College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. So in our previous video, we discussed about the poem Snake. That is the first few lines of the poem Snake, which was written by D.H. Lawrence. So before moving to the next lines, I like to say a few things about D.H. Lawrence, who was a poet, essayist, who has written about the industrialism and other social issues, Sons and Lovers, The Rainbow, Man in Love. These are the few popular works of D.H. Lawrence. So already we have discussed the first few lines where we come to know that the poet is waiting in front of the trough to fetch a water to his pitcher. Already the snake is there before him, so he's waiting for this snake to go away, and then you need to fetch the water. So now we can move to the next few more lines. We can start the thing. He lifted his head from his drinking, as cattle do, and looked at me vaguely, as drinking cattle do. So just he says that the snake behaved like a cattle. So cattle is nothing but it may be a cow. So the snake drank the water and just carried the head like a cattle. That is like a cow. So we know that in our home, if we have grown the cow will be drinking water and it will be carrying the head and look for every drink. So same way this has done, and looked me at vaguely. That is like a strange person. He looks like a strange person. So the snake has been looking like a strange person, like a cattle, and flickered his two-forked tongue from his lips, and amused a moment. So he says that the snake has been flickered the two tongue to drink the water, and from his lips. At the time, it made him to amuse. That is mused. That is made him to keep silent. And stooped and drank a little more. The voice of my education said to me, "You must be killed." So again, after looking at the poet for a while, again the snake started to drink the water. So what he says means, my inner education, the education of what he have learned before, that is what I've heard from others, that says him to, he need to kill the snake. But I must confess how I liked him. So now the poet says that he liked the snake. How glad I was he had come like me, a guest in a quiet, to drink in my water trough. So the poet considers the snake as his guest, who has come here to drink the water like his guest. And yet those voices, if you were a man, you would take a stick and break him now. So still the voices say, that is the inner thought of the poet, say that if you're a man, you need to kill the snake. You have to take something and you want to eat the snake and kill it. But I have something to expiate, or pettiness. But he says that I should not do that. But his one more point says that you should not do that because he has come here as a guest. And slowly tried it to the hole in the wall. And as he put his head down into the dreadful hole, a sort of order, a sort of protest against his withdrawing into the horrid black hole. So now the snake returns. The snake moves into the fissure, that is the hole in the stone. So when it moves inside, the poet just looks in it in horror because the hole was very dark. So how the snake is going to live in the darkness. I looked around, I put down my pitcher, I picked a dumpsy log. So now already know that his inner thought has told him to kill the snake. So just he will be looking around and put his pitcher down, that is put his vessel down, and he picked a dumpsy log, that is a stick. He took a stick and threw it at the water trough. I think he did not hate him. So the poet says that first he thinks that he should not kill the snake, but now suddenly he'll be throwing his pitcher and he'll be taking a stick and throw it to the water trough. But he thinks that the stick would not beat or hit the snake. But suddenly that part of him that was left behind convulsed and undignified haste. After eating, he realizes that what he done was a mistake, because he should not have hit the snake, because it has come as a guest to his house. So thank you all. In the next session, we can discuss the last few more lines of the poem, The Snake. Until then, it is bye from R Gowrishankar. Bye.